Good.
Not the question.
Looked pretty even, Adam, apart from that burst early in the third quarter. What did you take out of the match?
First of all, the crowd, 40,000 again, and for a team that's struggling, we really appreciate what they brought again. So, there was patches there where we were poor and patches of resilience, which was great. So it's sort of an even split. I think we had 50 inside 50s, which we've struggled to get. Might have won, score some turnovers, but we had lapses. We looked quite flat at stages. But for the players to work through it and then respond, pressure was up, contested ball, field position, all the stuff that's rolled out. We're working really hard for that. But we're disappointed we didn't win.
What do you think separated the teams in that third quarter burst?
Well, the efficiency in front of goals was a problem for Richmond, so they kept us in the game early. But it's probably the goals before half-time and after half-time. Was there 10 minutes there where they might have kicked 5 or 6 goals? And that was probably the end result. So apart from that, we're up for the fight, which halfway through the third I was a bit worried that what are we going to do here? We're going to roll over. And we had a few more leaders in the side as well. So I thought some individuals stood up. And then we got some momentum and from field position. We just couldn't convert. I think we kicked 1-4 in the last. And they straightened up a little bit.
You talked a bit about wanting to change the game plan and not being able to do so because you can't train and you haven't got senior players out there. 50 inside 50s is significant. What's the biggest thing for you to see that happening today?
Well, 50 inside is probably under the average. It's significant for us. So we got to train together during the week. I think we had match sim for the first time since round 10. There's a bit more connection with our backs, although we lost Gov and Barras early. They come back on. And the balance between youth and experience is probably a bit better. So that's the start piece. I'm still obviously not satisfied with where we're at, but I can see us improving. And we haven't got the reward yet, but I can see us taking small steps forward after what's been a pretty difficult few weeks.
Do you think that the senior guys help to teach that style as well out there on the field, rather than just being able to use them in training? Yeah,
style of footy's, we've got a brand we're trying to play, but being consistent with effort, clearances, contested, just the basics is what we're going for first. And I thought we got that right for most of the day, and then our ball movement sort of complemented our pressure and contest work in the second half after the onslaught. So we'd like to take that into next week.
As you mentioned, you were able to do match sim and you had half the team in the waffle as well. Did you feel like the worst is behind you now, that you can actually get a team out there and actually build in this moment?
The next piece for us is the synergy piece, and guys are back, but are they match fit, match hardened? Tommy Cole's missed 14 weeks, played 80 minutes today. McGovern's missed 14 weeks, played second game back. Dom's he's a year off. Oscar Allen's a year off, so there's just that piece is probably the next phase. But having some names on the paper is one thing, but actually performing at their best that's what we're chasing now.
Gaff seemed to take a really good step forward today. What did you make?
Yeah, I get the criticism of Gaff, and Gaff's been struggling a little bit, but I thought he was excellent when he came on, and he came on pretty early. He's working his backside off all year, all pre-season. It just hasn't clicked for him, and I suspect a bit of it's got to do with how we're going. He complements some other things in our game, and today he got on the inside a little bit. He looked like he was on top of the ground, so hopefully it's a step forward to get him back into form, and we still value what he does for us.
Did you think he's ready now to be back in that 22 after what he did today?
Yeah. Well, he was improved today, so as much as about Gaffy getting the ball, but also his confidence that he's still got it, because you as a player, sometimes you question it, and until you get some evidence, it's hard to shake it. So hopefully there's some evidence there today.
He hadn't been in a centre bounce since round 8, and he had multiple today. Was he going in because Jimby wasn't there, or was that part of the plan always?
It wasn't part of the plan that Jimby was going to. I think he got a tiny hamstring, it landed awkwardly. So no, he just came in and played his role. So he just filled Jimby's role and got a bit of the ball, so that was good.
Would he have played centre bounce coming on, whether Jimby got hurt or not? Was it always a plan to get him closer to the ball?
When you lose someone, was it first quarter or second?
First quarter.
Yeah, there's no plan. So it's come in and fill the role. And at the moment, we lost a mid and we replaced, so it was the same role. It wasn't planned.
And I guess with Oscar Allen, it looked like he had broken wrist at one point and then came back on.
We got a few sore boys today, so I don't think he touched it in the first half, Aussie, but responded. Part of the resilience piece that we're working on. I thought Darling was better today, playing pretty sore last few weeks. So the forward line gelled a little bit more, but we didn't quite get it right. I think they kicked 3 goals from our forward 50 stoppages, 3 goals from centre bounce. We've got to tidy that up.
And Darling, 500 goals today. Can you talk a bit about just what he's meant to the club?
Well, he probably goes down as one of our greats. He kicked 500 goals, and he's still got some footy left in him. Premiership player, and rarely misses. So I know he gets maligned sometimes, and it's tough to be a forward in our side at the moment. So for him to hit 500, really proud of him and what he's done, and even getting up to play today was big. So, yeah.
The medical staff were working pretty hard in that first quarter. At one stage, he had 4 sitting on the sides. Besides Ruben, is there anything concerning?
I don't know.
Go back on that might be concerning for the week?
I don't know. We'll see how they all pull up, but they really care about the club and our fans that turn up. They want to try and perform as best they can, especially our leaders. They get it. They understand where we're at, and they're doing everything they can to play. So hopefully they pull up well. 6-day break. We've only got Blues at Etihad, so we hit that one as hard as we can. We play like we did in the second half. Give ourselves a chance.
Had some sore boys after the 6-day break last time. Do Brisbane, do you worry about how they're going to recover, given they haven't played a lot of footy, a lot of these guys?
Yeah, no, it's just part of the game. Yeah, there's no looking for any sympathy. It's just the way it is.
What's the feeling in the coaching box when you're seeing all your players coming off like that? Was it a bit of like deja vu, where everyone's sort of coming off and you're just up there going, I can't take a trick? Was that the feeling?
No, I can't take a trick. No, it's probably we're used to it a little bit. They come back on, so it's part of the game, I suppose. We seem to cop it a bit more. We'll get through this. We'll get through the other side at some stage. So I'm not too stressed about it.
Someone like Faraz looked a bit sore coming back on. Do you think he felt a bit of responsibility to come back on, being senior and where the club's at, and all that inspired him?
I'm sure they do. Yeah, like I said, they care about the club and they want to lead as well as they can. And at the moment, we need our leaders to play. So, yeah, I don't think we're unique on that. By the way, I think every club has players that play sore. So, in the end today, Richmond were too good. They played a pretty good brand that stood up, and in the end we lose by 6 or 7 goals, so it's not like we're doing backflips, but we saw some good signs today.
And what do you think Joe's chances are of playing next week?
Oh, slim.
Like,
Yeah, he's training, so, but yeah, I don't think he'll play. Although, let's not rule that out.